Hello everyone, Happy New Year. It's January 1st, 2014, and this is the energy report for January with a bit of a yearly outline from my tree friend Henrietta. So I'm going to start with a message that I received from Henrietta, the tree, yesterday. For those of you who don't know, I have connected with this tree and received many beautiful messages from this tree and much love, and so it's another aspect of being that many of us haven't connected with before. And I also am a channel for the Council of Nine, so it wasn't a huge stretch for me to be able to receive messages from a tree. And so for this year of 2014, it seems that a lot of what we've experienced in 2013 may continue for a while, that we're going to see the world continuing to change so that we can let go of the old way of being and move into this new system that we're creating. And so I will start in my beautiful new journal that I received for Christmas. I decided to use this journal for tree messages, and so the first one was from Henrietta yesterday, as an overview for 2014 for us. And here is what she had to say. It will be a year of great progress and great change. There will be change in your systems, your banking systems and other monetary systems. They need to fall so new ways of exchange may be created. This has already started to happen, and it will increase. Other countries will give up their connection to the overall ruling governance and go forward with more independence. As this happens, as nations claim more sovereignty, it will actually bring people closer together. So the opposite to what we might think would happen there. They will feel more empowered and therefore feel less need to rule over and dominate others. That is a bit of irony in that way. 2014 will also see changes in people's personal lives. Humans are now great creators, and your manifestations are coming about more rapidly. It is important for people to understand that their creations come from their thinking. Those who live without awareness of the mind will find they are cycling patterns and beliefs that are creating suffering. It is not bad luck, but bad thinking that leads to suffering in the human experience. Now, I want to say here that when we see large groups of people in countries that are at war suffering, it's not to say that in every moment they're choosing to be living in that suffering. This is more for us in this North American experience and in our daily choices. So very often people are in nations where they can't easily make daily decisions. So I just don't want to minimize what some people are going through in the world. The good thing is that those who understand the power of their own creations are now producing beautiful lives and living in the peace that comes with awareness. And you, beautiful Roshana, for you see new love coming into your life as you live more fully in your own truth and celebrate each day with wisdom and grace. Okay, she's talking a bit more personally to me here, so I'm just going to leave that out. Overall, we would say that 2014 is going to continue to bring great change. It is a year of new beginnings. Great opportunity awaits those who trust life to flow to them. So that is a big statement there, to trust life to flow to us. So our role is to decide what we would like to have in our lives, make that choice, and just put it out there to the universe, and then just watch to see what shows up in our lives, and trust that what we're receiving is exactly what we're meant to be receiving. And the message from the Council of Nine that I'll be getting to in a moment feels quite strong, actually, stronger than what they usually bring through, but it's addressing that very thing, so there's going to be more of that coming. Great suffering will come to those who have turned their backs on the opportunities that have been available these past few years. And those opportunities are the opportunities to heal and grow and expand, become more loving to ourselves. Because if we're not We are always creating our lives from our beliefs and what we believe we deserve. And if we're not loving ourselves, we're not going to create a life experience that looks like love. So this is a continual message that seems to be coming through lately. It's very important. Overall, my message would be to live in awareness that you create your reality. Life is your creation, not some haphazard unfolding. So let it be full of peace and love and joy. And for some of you, you may say, well, how do I get to that place? It's easy to say, live in peace and love and joy. And I can understand that. And I would just say from my own experience that the more we work on healing our wounds, looking at where our belief systems come from, because they come from the wounds of the past, the more we heal and work through that, the more we're going to find our way into that feeling of peace and love and grace as we go through every day. And I would also say, when they talk about the opportunities that are available, there are many energetic events that have been happening in the last year especially, and they can, for myself, I always have the intention of receiving everything that I can. So it's like getting an upgrade all the time. It's like having your computer upgraded. And every time I know this opportunity is coming, I say, okay, bring it on. And sometimes I suffer greatly. One day last week I had such a headache and was in so much pain. And I knew it was a download. And then the next day I was just euphoric. Life couldn't have been better. Every moment was just precious and beautiful. So just be aware that there's lots of opportunities, and it's our responsibility to take these opportunities and grow and expand from them the best that we can. And so I connected with the Council of Nine again this morning, and this is the message that they brought through to be shared. And so we come to this energy transmission for your energy report for 2014, and particularly the month of January. We would ask that all people everywhere reading or receiving this message, at whatever point in your timeline that you are receiving it, to know that love is the way of finding your way through these energetic and somewhat challenging times that you are facing as 2014 kicks off. Beloveds, we say to you, the world is of your creating. Do you realize that if you choose to watch your worldly news and focus on all the tragedies that are happening around the world, that you are creating the same in your own life? Do you realize that by allowing your imagination to go to those people and imagine how painful it must be for them, that you are creating the same for yourself? Oh, it may look different in your life, but essentially you are going to attract very similar energies into your being, because that is where you are putting your focus. Do you really think that you are serving the world by suffering when you don't need to? Do you think that by sympathizing, that is, feeling sorry for, those who are suffering, that you are improving their conditions? The answer is a big no. You are adding to the suffering and pain in the world by focusing your energies there. That is why we bring this to your attention at this time. The best way you can serve the world is by being in a place of peace as often as you possibly can. Then you are putting energies of peace out into the world, and we say to you, the world needs the energies of peace much more than fear, hatred, and despair. So what can you do to serve the world as you see it changing and remaking itself? You can turn off the news, live your own life, do all that you can to find peace within yourself, love yourself, and vibrate waves of happiness and joy out into the world. All emotions have an energetic vibration to them, just like radio waves are floating around the earth waiting for someone to pick up the signal. Your emotions are similar, and whatever you are feeling gets projected out into the world. If you are feeling fear after watching the news, or feeling sad for others and projecting that out into the world, you are only adding to the amount of suffering in the world. Lift your head above the negativity in the world and look for love. There is so much love around you in every moment, and most of you never see it. There is more love in a tree than you can imagine. There is love in a snowflake, in a ray of sunshine. There is love in the world of nature just waiting for you to see it. Even better to feel it. But that is asking a lot of the human race right now. Most of you are so disconnected from the natural world that you do not have any awareness of the love that waits you there. And so, beloveds, we ask of you, as you awaken into this year of 2014, close your eyes to pain and suffering unless it is right in front of you. Then of course it is appropriate to respond with loving kindness and do all that you can to support those who are suffering. But if the suffering is halfway around the world, you can best support those people by sending love and knowing that they have the strength to endure what they are living through, and put your focus back on your own life. Look to end the suffering in your own life so that you are changing your vibration instead of projecting your pain onto others and suffering as if through their pain when it is really your own. Oh, we realize these words will seem harsh to some, and yet there is great wisdom here. The only suffering is the suffering of self. What you see is of your own creation. There are those who have made a conscious choice not to watch the news, some not to even listen. That choice is made because they know that they can best be of service to this world by being full of love and joy and grace, and they have discovered a great truth. And so as you move into this new year, know that there will be events happening that are necessary for the dissolution of the old system. You are in the process of becoming a new world, a world where indeed there is more love, fairness, acceptance, generosity, and on it goes. In order for that world to be created, the old must fall away. You are the ones who chose to be living on the earth at this time of transition. You have a big role to play here, and that is to see only love. Make the conscious choice to see only love. Regardless of what is happening around you, if you choose to see through the eyes of love, you will see differently. You will see that change is leading to a new way, and that everyone is always experiencing what their soul has chosen to experience. You will have compassion for others, but not sympathy. Sympathy makes others out to be victims, and they are not. Compassion understands that there is the illusion of suffering, and therefore sends love, but also knows that each soul is just where they are meant to be, experiencing what they are meant to experience for the evolution of their soul's journey. The world is changing, beloveds. It is changing for the better. You are walking out of the darkness. Like so many aspects of the human experience, it is coldest just before dawn. The greatest challenge can come just before the sun rises to bless and warm your soul once again. Hold strong in the faith that all is well, for surely it is. You have made it, dear ones. You have passed the threshold. You have endured the hours before dawn. You just don't know it yet. The frost hasn't melted yet, but it won't be long. Just this morning, this channel connected with Mother Earth in her meditation and was surprised to see how peaceful and full of grace Gaia was. She has made it through, dear ones. She is at peace, for she knows that you have made it through this time of transition, this time of evolution. Now is just for the clearing to continue to prepare for the new. You would not lay a new floor in your home before cleaning up all the dirt and debris from the floor that will lie underneath it. That is what is happening now. A new foundation is being created for the way of being on this earth. But first the debris from the old system needs to be cleaned up so that you have a fresh start. Celebrate, beloveds, for you have walked this earth in this time when she transitioned to the light without losing the human race in the process. Celebrate that you are walking into a time of great love awakening on the earth, and choose that love for yourself. We love you so, and so it is. And so that is the beginning of January of 2014, is to just be aware of what we are choosing to see in the world, and to always be looking for love. And one way that I do this is every morning I say, show me some magic today. And when I do that, then I'm looking for something in my day that feels magical to me. And by magic, I just mean something that brings me joy, brings me pleasure. Maybe it's something that comes by surprise. Yesterday I saw a flock of robins in my backyard, and I live in Nova Scotia where typically robins will leave for the winter. And so to me that was just a little piece of magic to see that. I didn't know that they were still here. So little things like that that can lift us up, that can bring some newness into our life, just noticing what's around us and being present in the moment. And so I wish you great love in 2014 and in this month of January as this new year unfolds. And I look forward to being with you in the future and all that this year will bring. So much love to you.